All right, all right. It is that time again. It is Sunday. One of the best times of the week, depending on, if you're a football fan like us and we root for shitty teams,
Man.
or if you happen to root for a good team. So, what time is it, Lionel?
I don't even want to say what time it is anymore now.
Okay. Well, I'll say what time it is, damn it. It's time for the best time of the week. Is the best goddamn wrestling show that you have ever listened to. Actually, the best AEW show because all the other ones, they don't even compare to us.
They don't really even talk about AEW like that.
They don't even talk about AEW. They just talk about rumors. So we actually talk about AEW in the wrestling. So we are Off the Top Rope, the AEW podcast from fans, or for fans, by fans. So let's go.
Bro, like legit, my life has been hell since after Collision went off. Once Collision went off the air yesterday, the vibes were high, and then life hit me immediately. Everything went wrong after Collision went off the air yesterday. Everything.
just like, all right, Collision was awesome, and then everything kicked you in the face.
Literally.
Shit. Oh man, sorry, man. I apologize. I can't apologize for the world, but man, it sucks that happened.
Don't worry, it's okay. I'll cry after the podcast. It's fine.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll just know Lionel's fetal position after the podcast.
I'll edit the podcast. We'll get those up, and then I'll cry. So I got a good cry in me in like a couple hours. In a few hours, I'm good.
Oh God, man. Speaking of that, I was originally not going to talk about it. We even talked about it a second ago that we weren't going to talk about it on the podcast, but fuck it.
Fuck it. Why not?
Speaking of crying, what about a lot of those fans crying about Karrion Kross?
You know what? I was kind of nice off the podcast. We talked about it already, right? And we were. I don't think we were very. We weren't as mean as I'm going to be right now.
Go for it, man. It's our podcast. Who gives a shit?
A lot of wrestling fans are idiots. like personally, and if this is what you're okay with, fine by me. That's all for it. But there are two things I don't want my wrestling company that I watch to lie to me about. Any wrestling company. I don't want them to lie to me about someone's injuries, because injuries are serious and we should take those seriously, and that is not something that you should lie about. Unless it's like a week storyline, like a weekend. Like, because we saw Hangman do it with Swerve, right? Like, he waited a week, he came out with like a crutch, and then beat up Swerve with a crutch, right? Because remember, because Hangman's done nothing wrong, right? Okay. So I don't want people to lie to me about legitimate injuries. And I don't want wrestling companies to lie to me about people getting fired. Because I think people forget this, but wrestling is a job for them. This is their livelihoods. These are people's livelihoods. Like, if I were Karrion Kross, if I were Scarlett, and I legitimately got fired from my job, the last thing I want to hear, I'm going on Twitter, let me scroll Twitter because, it'll be fun. I don't know if they do that. I don't know why you would scroll Twitter to be fun anyway. But if you were doing that, all you would see is a bunch of people saying, "Oh yeah, this is a work. This isn't real." It's like, bro, I just lost my job. Like, I just lost my livelihood. I didn't get released, but my contract didn't get re-upped.
Right.
And you think this is fake? Y'all not no. And if it is, that's also not great. That means you have to lie to your audience about people's livelihoods to get them to be excited for your show. What does that tell you about your show?
So they're hiding behind the little scapegoat now of WWE Unreal. If you guys haven't, seen it, it's that show that shows the backstage of all WWE stuff and has extra drama. It's their little reality show, right? So now, anytime someone gets fired or gets laid off or doesn't have their, contract renewed, they're behind the guise of, it is just it's a work, it's for that show. When it's like, no, once it gets to like a certain amount of people, it's like, no, I don't think it's that. When people are legitimately saying, no, they just didn't, I'm disappointed they didn't renew my contract, you kind of know that isn't it.
And let's be real. Again, if they somehow make this like a lie, like a worked thing, that's also not good. Because that legitimately means you are. I said I was gonna be real. So I'm gonna be real. You are so like bankrupt in ideas and things to get people to watch your show that you need to pull in things like people's livelihoods to try to get like some kind of momentum push for your show. Because if you've heard the rumors and if they're true, not a lot of people are watching the show on Netflix live.
Mm-hmm.
If you've heard the rumors, the other shows are not really doing super hot either currently.
Yeah.
So you have to lie about Seth Rollins' knee injury. He has to be on crutches for weeks. You have to lie about people losing their jobs just to pique interest into your company. That's not gonna work in 6 months. Like, you can't keep on doing that. Like, even me as a not WWE fan, and I think we can be honest about that at this point, right? Like, I don't think that will work for your audience, because those moments can only last for so long before people get upset. Like, that's not a thing that you could just do forever. You got to actually put on good shows at some point. And don't take it from me because I don't watch the shows, but a lot of y'all fans have been saying that these shows have not been hidden. And I don't watch them, so I don't know.
Man, the only thing I can say is it's gonna I will say next year, when all the pay-per-views are not on Peacock anymore, that's when the Rude Awakening is gonna happen.
Oh, when they gotta start paying for every show?
Well, they gotta pay $30 a month to get for ESPN Plus.
Oof.
Or ESPN. I think it's ESPN Plus. Yeah, because they're moving to ESPN.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna be good for them. Oh, I saw someone on TikTok. Funny enough, like I don't know how old this child was. I don't even think I should call it a child. She might have been like 21, 22. She was young, right?
Yeah.
She was saying y'all didn't pay for pay-per-views every month back in the day, and everyone was like, "Hell no!" Like, no, we couldn't do that. Like, our parents would have killed us. Like, maybe we would get a WrestleMania if we were lucky. If not, we would have to wait.
Yeah. Yeah, it was back in the... Those pay-per-views were sometimes like $80, man. They were ridiculous. And that was the only way you could watch them. Like, you could only watch the pay-per-view like that. Unless you waited 4 or 5 months later for it to come out on video. And it was like $30 then. But...
Well, you were so behind at that point that... Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, it was rough, man. Like, there's no... Either you watched it on pay-per-view or you didn't. Or you just watched the next night on the night after and got the recap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or call the wrestling hotline. And somebody will tell you.
Yeah. There were options. And a lot of those options were not buying the pay-per-views every month.
Yeah, there's no way.
You think people were buying Backlash in 2005?
No.
No. No.
Not when they went to that monthly pay-per-view cadence. Hell no.
Well, yeah, man. It's just like I said. It just I feel like the company's in for like a rude awakening. I think they got to figure it out. They still got their supporters. They still got their fans. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like they're gonna go down in flames. I don't think so.
No. Like, look, the reality of it is WWE is doing just fine, monetarily and all that other stuff. Right? They are doing just fine. They have their dedicated fans. They have all their, whoever's going to be watching WWE is going to watch it, right? AEW, on the same token, AEW is doing just fine too. If not, like every month they're doing better. So, and they also have their dedicated fan base, and their fan base is growing. So, either company, they're both doing fine. They're not going anywhere.
No.
So if you hear any rumors about Company X or Company Y going down in flames, they're full of shit.
Yeah, no.
People don't know what they're talking about.
Realistically, both these companies are multi-million-dollar companies. like, they're not going anywhere.
They ain't going anywhere. But doesn't mean I have to like both of them. I only like one.
Exactly. I know. Can we talk about this really quick? You know, ever since WWE has been bad, there's been a lot of people saying, "Oh, we should support all wrestling." It's like, y'all were not saying that a year and a half ago.
Oh, hell no.
That was not happening a year and a half ago when AEW was down in the dumps and a lot of shit was not going right for that company. Y'all were preaching for their death.
Yeah.
But now that AEW is on like this generational hot streak that realistically has been happening since 2023, Continental Classic, but no one wants to say that. WWE has not been doing well. Now it's, oh, I support all wrestling. Okay.
Yeah, no. Okay, what do you watch? Well, AEW and no, they'll go WWE and AEW. I'm like, well, you don't support all wrestling. How about that TNA, that AAA partnership you guys got over there?
Mm-hmm. It's all of a sudden, all wrestling matters. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, sounds suspicious. If you're asking me,
awfully suspicious. Like,
yeah.
Screw that. Get them the hell out of here, Fairweather fans. They're like, you know what? You know what they remind me of? Since it's good old football season. It reminds me of, so when I was in high school, right, there was this guy, and I think the Packers just won the Super Bowl, right?
Okay.
So he was decked out in Green Bay shit, bro, like decked out. Then that next year, I think it was that next year or a few years after that, the Broncos won. Guess what happened?
He was in that Broncos gear, wasn't he?
He was decked out in Broncos gear. I'm like, wait, you're a Green Bay fan? He's like, no, they're losers, man. I gotta rep the good team. You know what the like a lot of those guys that just like keep jumping ship back and forth. They remind me of that guy.
The bandwagoners. You know what? I'm not gonna hold you. I would respect bandwagoners a lot more if they actually admitted that they were bandwagoners. A lot of them don't.
A lot of them don't.
Like, no. For whatever reason, all of a sudden, once a team is really good, that's when they want to cheer for that team. Like, just say you're a bandwagoner. Just say it. Like, it's not gonna kill you to say it. Like, you're just lying to yourself to not, because that is a wild swing from Green Bay to Denver.
Yeah,
that's a wild swing in a season.
Yeah, like you're decked out in one, and then you like burn it after the other team wins. Well, it's like, when Golden State was winning, right? Mm-hmm. How many people went from, like, torched their Heat gear and then, or whatever team LeBron was on, and then went and bought Golden State gear? All those people.
God, there were a lot of people that did that. There were a lot of people that did that.
Here I am, still in my Chicago Bulls gear.
I'm a Laker fan, so
yeah.
What can I say?
Fine, man.
Yeah,
I don't hate the Lakers.
Yeah.
I don't hate them. It's a good dynasty, man. It's a good dynasty.
Dynasty's gone. It's over.
But yeah, it's over because of LeBron. But yeah,
it's gone. It's gone. It is what it is. But yeah, just admit that you're a bandwagon fan. It's fine. Like, I feel like a lot of people feel like they're gonna jump you for that. If you want to be a bandwagoner, just be a bandwagoner. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I see it happening on Blue Sky right now. Like, a bunch of people who I've never seen talk about AEW are all of a sudden talking about AEW for like the last couple weeks. It's been really good, especially since All In.
Yeah,
that's fine. You can be a bandwagon fan. It's all right. Just admit it.
But don't be going and talking shit when your company suddenly when your so-called favorite does good.
Yeah.
No, they'll just take your ass back over there. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. It's like the Brock Lesnar thing, right? Oh, I'm so appalled that Brock Lesnar is here again. Blah blah blah. I'm not gonna watch Monday Night Raw, and the same people were watching Raw.
They were watching Raw.
Yeah. If you could be a hypocrite, be an open hypocrite. If you are upset about Brock Lesnar, but you're still gonna watch WWE, just shut up. That's it.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. We have anything else to talk about this before we move on to other topics?
No, let's move on to a better topic, and that is the update for New Japan, man. What we got?
Oof. A Block has officially ended.
Okay.
Right now, we're still a couple days from B Block, so we don't have our full set of semifinals yet. But let me tell you the person who won the block.
Yep.
His name is Evil.
God damn it.
Evil is sitting with 12 points, and I feel like low-key, this Evil, because Evil's last match was against Tanahashi this morning. That might have been one of the worst matches I think I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even going to hold you. So The story of the match was, Evil had said that he is not going to cheat. He's going to go by the book, and he's going to do that kind of stuff, right? And in the tag match that they had, the preview tag from like yesterday, a couple days ago, whenever that was, he didn't cheat. Like, they didn't cheat, right? So everyone was like, is he really not going to cheat?
Cheated.
Then he comes to this match, right? Yeah, of course he cheated. Of course he cheated. But he waited. It was like a good 10 minutes before he cheated. And do you know what I saw?
What was that?
Do you remember Evil from 2018, 2017? The monster that he was when he was wrestling?
Yep.
That Evil's long gone. Gone. Evil was not cheating for like the first 10 minutes of the match. And even when I was looking at him, I was like, oh, this is still not... It's not the same Evil from before.
Mm-hmm.
The Evil that beat Okada in the G1. This is not that Evil. And then, of course, you know, House of Torture came out and they still cheat at the end. Like, he threw like some like pocket sand in Tanahashi's eyes, pinned him 1, 2, 3. Also, this is Tanahashi's last G1 match, by the way, because he's retiring in 4 months. So his last match was having Evil, the person he beat at the Tokyo Dome, who he went out on the limb to say that he was going to make sure House of Torture was gone, beat him on the last night of Block A action, and also beat him in his final G1 match of his career. So Evil is number 1. He gets to skip, so he's going to be automatically in semifinals. David Finlay is number 2. He was able to beat Yuya to claim the number 2 spot in this. So he will be facing the third place winner of B Block once we find out who that is in a couple days. Third is Yota Tsuji. Yota Tsuji was able to make it through. He will be facing the second place winner of B Block once we find out who that is in a couple days. I saw the internet crashing out. We're not going to talk about that too much. I don't really care about that. But yeah, so these are your top 3. We still have 3 more that we're waiting for. I guess the question is who the 3 are going to be? Really? And I feel like it's a little bit hard to say, to be completely honest. Because
who would you predict?
Okay, right now, we only really have 4 choices, right?
Right.
Shota Umino, who's sitting at 10 points. Shingo Takagi, who's sitting at 8. Well, I'm not even gonna count Shingo. I'm not gonna hold you because I don't think anyone at 8 points at this point is not gonna be in. But so it's gonna be Shota, Zack Sabre Jr., Ren Narita, or Takeshita. Zack Sabre Jr. currently has 12 points, so he kind of controls his own destiny. Even if he were to lose, because he has to wrestle Yoshihashi. Mm-hmm. Even if he were to lose, it wouldn't hurt him too much. He'd be at 12 still, right? So I feel like he will be fine. But we're most likely going to see Zack at first place. I feel like Takeshita's like a shoe-in to get at least third.
Right. And
then I'm guessing Shota Umino is going to be second because Shota did beat Takeshita a couple days ago in Block B action.
Okay.
The thing, though, is Ren Narita and Takeshita are going to be wrestling each other on the last night of Block, and both of them are tied at 10 points. So the winner of that is most likely going to go on. So it feels like right now Umino and Zack Sabre Jr. are the shoe-ins. Takeshita's kind of like, I just said he was a shoe-in. I believe he's going to get in anyway. I don't think Ren Narita is going to beat him and take him out of the semifinal stage of this.
Right.
So yeah, you know what? I said I wasn't sure. I think Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be first. Shota's going to be second, and Takeshi's going to be third. That's what I think.
Okay.
Which means if we were to see it, that means David Finlay would be wrestling Takeshita.
Oh my God.
And Tsuji would be wrestling Shota Umino, which has a lot of Tsuji and Umino have a lot of history being, you know, this current generation of top stars right now. Shota Umino also has had a really good G1. Like, the fans seem like they're behind him again. Mm-hmm. But he also has to wrestle Great Khan. And Great Khan has beat him a couple times. You know, he had to make him shave his head and all the good stuff. But I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think it's gonna change anything. So I think we got our 3. And if you look at that semifinal, just boy oh boy,
that's stacked.
Exactly. So this definitely feels like let me make sure I'm doing my math right. Because I think what we could get, let me make sure before I say this though, I think we could get a Yota Tsuji Konosuke Takeshita final.
What?
I think we can do it. I think we can get there. Let me see.
If he's on the other side, yeah, if they're on opposite sides, sure.
I'm checking the match cards right now just to make sure. Okay, so we got all the cards for all the nights now too. So David Finlay would be wrestling the third block winner, which in my mind would be Takeshita, right? I said that already. And then Tsuji would be wrestling Shota Umino. And then the next show, Evil will be wrestling the winner of B2 and A3. So Evil will be wrestling either Finlay or Takeshita, which I'm gonna just say Takeshita for right now. I'm guessing I'm gonna be right. So it would be, I'm guessing Finlay would lose against Takeshita, and then the semifinal would be Evil versus Takeshita. And then the other one would be, the Block B winner would be Zack Sabre Jr. And Zack would be wrestling the winner of Shota Umino and Yota Tsuji. And in my mind, it would be Tsuji.
Tsuji. Yeah.
So then Tsuji would beat Zack Sabre Jr., which also low-key gives him a shot at the world title to begin with, even without the contract. Evil would beat, or Evil will beat, oh my god, no. Takeshita will beat Evil. And then the final would be Tsuji and Takeshita.
Like, wait, oh god, no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so yeah, the math works out. If it happens this way, if it has to be, for my math to work out, it would have to be Zack Sabre Jr. would have to be first, Shota Umino would have to be second, and Takeshita would have to be third. But the math works out already that way because Shota Umino has a tiebreaker over Takeshita. Zack would just have to win because he lost to Shota Umino, but he's wrestling. I forgot who's even wrestling at this point. He's wrestling Yoshihashi. So I'm not saying easy dub because I like Yoshihashi as a wrestler, but I'm guessing Zack's gonna win, put himself through at first place. Shota is gonna put himself at second place by beating Great-O-Khan. Takeshi's gonna put himself at third place by beating Narita, and we can go to our Tsuji Takeshita final, where the best man may win. I wouldn't mind either one.
Yeah.
I rambled, Prophet. What are your thoughts on all that?
So you already know I want Tsuji to win.
I'm with you.
Like, I like, Tsuji Takeshita final that'd be a banger of a match. But no matter what, as soon as the tournament started, you heard me say, I want Tsuji to win. I think he's that guy. And I think he's the guy they need to put all the chips on and just, like, go forward with.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think Tsuji is, like, the leader of this new generation, right? Tsuji just has the look. He's put it all together for this G1. He's already been good. Like, he walked in his first match in New Japan coming back from Excursion was against Sonata for the world title. So, I feel like he has put together. Him winning this G1, I think would be a good call.
Yeah, I think, like, that would be a good call. Or, the second good call is Takeshita.
I mean, they're 1 and 2. If I were right, and this is gonna go out, this is gonna be out before Block B is even finished. Right. So if I am right, I mean, the final would be Tsuji Takeshita. That's a hell of a final.
Oh yeah, that's a ridiculous final.
But now that I said it, Gato might have heard that in the air, and he might do some trickery to where, let's see. Let me look at B Block really quick. Let me see if there's anyone else who can come through.
Shiver. Oh God.
I mean, we could get Ren Narita at second technically, because Narita did beat Shota.
I mean, I gotta like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Zack is guaranteed to advance either way, no matter what. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I think Zack's gonna beat Yoshihashi anyway because Yoshihashi's already out. So I think my prediction's fine. I think that's what we're gonna get. You have any more thoughts? Anything you want to talk about for there? Because I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of don't want to put this in the air anymore because if I do, I feel like I said, Gato's gonna get the shakes. He's gonna find a way to make sure that Ren Narita makes it into the final.
He got a cold shiver. Like, oh man, I don't like that.
Someone figured out my weird booking. Changing.
No, I think we're good, man. I think we're good.
All right, man. Then you know what time it is.
Yeah, it's time for to talk about that good old AEW Dynamite.
Yes, sir.
Dynamite was nothing short of ridiculous. Look, you could have said this was a mini pay-per-view if you wanted to. That's how it felt in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Because look, the first match was John Moxley versus Speedball Mike Bailey. What? And that match was a good. What was it? It's a good starter match to show the tempo of what kind of episode we're getting on Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Collision's first match was, it was equally ridiculous.
It was so good. We'll get there though.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But man, look, those guys, Moxley. I think Moxley forgot this was pro wrestling because he was like, Bailey kicked the shit out of me, and Bailey did it. Bailey was kicking the hell out of Moxley at one point, but he was flying. Mike Bailey was flying around. He was doing his thing. He was showing why Mike Bailey's great, and Moxley's still a monster, man. Like, no matter what Mike Bailey did, Moxley would eventually come back up, and he would either counter or he would just do something that, he would do that old man shake thing that he always does, and then you start beating somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of this, Bailey fell to the Death Rider. Or, they call it the Death Rider now, but it's the Paradigm Shift.
They're just calling it what they call it in New Japan. They call it the Death Rider in New Japan, so I guess they're just keeping it consistent.
Well, yeah, because they're the Death Riders now. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He hit him with the Death Rider and, got the pin. But man, like, there was one point during the match where there was people outside, like, Marina Shafir. Kevin Knight showed up, and he was telling Marina Shafir, "You bumping Marina Shafir out the way." He's like, "I ain't scared of you."
To fly.
Yuta got in his face, and then Moxley got in his face, and he was telling Moxley, "Yeah, I ain't afraid of you, Mox. I am not afraid of you." And while he was doing that, Mike Bailey ran up and did that triangle flip that he always does. This shit's so sick.
Mm-hmm.
But man, yeah, overall this match was like super fun, man. I enjoyed it. What'd you think, man?
I thought the match was really fun. Like, it was a really fun way to, like, I guess technically not start Dynamite because like MJF, but I'm gonna be honest, Prophet, we can just skip the MJF segment. I shouldn't even mention it. I should just kept going. I shouldn't even mention it.
No. I'm gonna mention it. Like, so, you mean the MJF and MVP segment?
No, MJF kind of opened Dynamite with a promo from backstage.
Oh yeah, that.
We don't have to talk about it.
My brain just like blocked that shit out.
Yeah, so. We don't have to talk about it. We can leave it alone.
I was thinking of the more important MJF thing that happened later.
Exactly. I'm not even going to mention it anymore. I don't even know why I mentioned it. It's out of sight, out of mind. It's gone. Anyway, John Moxley and Speedball Mike Bailey was such a good match, and I like that. I guess it's a little bit of a quote-unquote spoiler that we're getting John Moxley and Kevin Knight this week.
Oh yeah,
bro,
yeah.
It's just it's great. Darby being here and stealing Wheeler Yuta was also hilarious. Like, it's a very interesting story. Like, I don't think anyone was worried about what Moxley was gonna do after losing the world title, right? Because we still had the story with Darby. We still had, like, low key everything else with the Death Riders is still kind of going on pretty strong. It's nice to know that, again, the people who said it, like us, all knew that the Darby story did not need the AEW world title to be compelling. Yeah. Darby is actively just kidnapping Death Riders now at this point, and it is unironically probably the most invested I've been in Darby since I've seen him on AEW TV.
Yeah, it's Batman Darby, dude.
He's so good.
He's just wandering the shadows and kidnapping Death Riders.
It's so good. I wonder if we can try to get Claudio. He was able to get Moxley, though. That's impressive. That was the first one he did, so that's pretty impressive.
I don't know if he's gonna get the Swiss Superman, man.
I mean, but he got Moxley, though.
But that's no. Claudio's a different animal.
Yeah.
Claudio's huge, man. And he is ridiculously strong. So
I mean, once you get that rag over your mouth.
Oh yeah. Whatever he has in that towel, whatever he has in there.
I mean, I feel like with what he's able to do with that towel, I think we know what they're implying.
Yeah.
I don't think they can say it on TV because I feel like that would be a little crazy. But we know what he's implying.
Yeah, so Wink. Hint, wink, wink.
Yeah. There was a bit about it on Community Season 2, for those who know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man.
But yeah,
So
it was great. I loved it.
yeah, the whole match and the stuff that happened during it, it was, it was good stuff. So next up, we had the TBS Championship 4-way qualifier. So this just came out. Mercedes is back this week. So the match was Alex Windsor versus Queen Aminata, versus Billy Starks versus Sky Blue. I'm gonna just say this: this match was complete chaos from the start. The bell rung and everybody started beating the crap out of each other and throwing each other out of the ring. In the middle of that, they got in the ring, and there was a few there was a few good good spots that happened during the match, but man, it was there's shit just going on everywhere. It was actually like watching a luchador match, which was like really entertaining. At one point, Athena popped up and was trying to, for a distraction, but this ultimately led to Alex Windsor winning. So Alex Windsor, she, got the win. She is now 1 of 4 in the 4-way for the TBS Championship. That's going to happen at Forbidden Door. Right? Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
It's right now. It's Alex Windsor, Mercedes, and then there's going to be a CMLL rep and a Stardom rep.
But no, the match was really fun. It was another really fun match, but it was from the start of it, complete and utter madness. They're just going crazy, dude. What did you think of the match, man?
I thought it was so good. I was pulling for Queen Aminata because I want Queen Aminata to get on one of these cards, bro, real bad. But I'm not mad at anyone who won this match, especially as Windsor. So I think she's great. Windsor is like one of those kind of like Tekla, where she's only been on TV for like a little bit, but it feels like she's been here for years. Mm-hmm. Like I know we've seen her like before she was All Elite, like on AEW TV and stuff like that, and Ring of Honor. But
Ring of Honor, yeah,
just like she has been able to fit in so well, and I think that goes along with like a majority, well, not even a majority. I would say all of the signings this year for AEW that have been on like AEW TV have all kind of hit it out of the park. Like Speedball, Tekla, Kevin Knight, Alex Windsor, the Syndicate. Oh no, Syndicate wasn't this year. They were last year. You know what? They don't count. It felt like this year though.
It felt like this year, but no, they were last year.
But the people that have been signed this year, like those 4 specifically that I said, it just feels like they've been on AEW TV for so long, and it just, I'm happy for. I mean, none of them are gonna beat right now. Alex Windsor ain't beat Mercedes at Forbidden Door, but it's just nice to see that she just fits in so well.
Yeah, she fits in this, in the current women's division and in AEW, she fits in fantastic. Mm-hmm. Ever since they did that shift away from what they had, and what people are trying to say is like the best. I'm not even gonna say the best. They were more entertaining. Some people were trying to say the women's division was more entertaining during the Britt Baker era, which they are full of shit.
More entertaining?
More entertaining, and just like some were trying to say it was better back in the Britt Baker era.
I feel like that's such an opinion, because I feel like how can I say this? I'm trying to figure out how I can say this. Now, I'm not saying it like in a mean way, but I'm trying to figure out the words. It feels like if you were a fan of the Britt Baker era, you also probably were a fan of like when WWE was doing like PCB, and when like the 4 Horsewomen came up, right? Like you're probably a fan of that era, because don't get me wrong, all of them could wrestle at that point. Britt Baker can kind of wrestle sometimes every once in a while, but you were probably more interested in what they were saying than them being in the ring. And right now, I don't think that fits for AEW. If you want to think that, I guess that's a take. But objectively, and I don't think this is an opinion. I think objectively, AEW's women's division right now is better than it's ever been, and they have everyone in the division right now can talk. Everyone in the division can wrestle. Yeah. This is easily the best that the AEW women's division has been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, easily. I'll see. You're a lot nicer than me in what you said, so I'm just gonna flat out say they're fucking wrong. And the division back then can't hold a candle to the current women's division. The women's division now is literally like one of the best women's divisions in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Period. Mm-hmm. Like I don't care. You can put almost any women's division in any company up against the AEW women's division, and they don't stack. They don't even come close.
I feel like this is like a golden take because like nostalgia is hitting me hard like this. The only division that can probably stack up is that 2005 Knockouts division. But realistically, if we're being completely real, and I'm not disrespecting that division at all, Gail Kim, Awesome Kong.
Yes.
I mean, you have ODB, Tara, sure, whatever. But realistically, when you think about that golden division for the TNA Knockouts, mm-hmm. you're thinking about Gail Kim and Awesome Kong.
Yeah, that was the big thing during that time was Gail Kim and Awesome Kong.
Yeah, I love them, but you're not going to think about the beautiful people first. You know what I mean?
Unless you came so you would think of the beautiful people if you were closer to like 2007, 2008, right?
Yeah,
because that's when Awesome Kong wasn't there anymore. That was when Gail Kim was she was still feuding for the world title, but it was like it was during that Spike TV era where it was just like they did that heavy shift and they shifted towards the beautiful people after that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were during that time, I guess, but yeah, it was Gail Kim, Awesome Kong.
Yeah, that's what you're really thinking about. And I'm not saying Gail Kim and Awesome Kong are like awful because they're not. They're literally two of the top 10 women's wrestlers of all time. I would argue you could probably put them in like the top 10 of like wrestlers in general, honestly. But we'll I guess for right now we'll keep it at women because we're talking about a women's discussion.
Yeah.
But easily two of the top 10 women of all time. So yeah, like that's the only thing that can really stack up to this women's division right now in AEW. Is that so?
Yeah, and just think like the current AEW's women's division there's a lot of injuries right now, right? There's a lot of injuries and there's visa issues and things like that. Some visa issues have gotten fixed, like Hikaru Shida is back.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see her on TV sooner rather than later. But you know we still need to get Jamie Hayter back. We still the one girl that got injured during the Casino Battle Royal.
Mina.
Mina. Mm-hmm. But the other one they signed.
Oh no! So Shuri isn't signed, but she's out. She was out here on an excursion, but she was already injured before the match. Was injured before, right? Yeah, she was already injured before. So she came out. She got the pop because she knew she would get it's Shuri. She knew she was gonna get the goddamn pop, and then she went to go do surgery. Cause she's been wrestling banged up for like a year and a half.
We know she's coming back. So
she's coming back
after she's done with the surgery and all that. She's coming back to AEW and she's going to be a contender somewhere.
Yeah, she's gonna be. I don't know how long she's gonna be on excursion. Mm-hmm. I don't know how. I guess that's what kind of Stardom's kind of calling it. Like it's Shuri's excursion, but I don't know how long she's gonna be gone. Excursions can last like a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah,
which is crazy to say Shuri excursion since she's been like one of the best in Stardom for like damn near 5-6 years. So I don't know, but yeah, she's probably gonna be AEW for a little while before going back to Stardom.
Yeah, because like usually when they do an excursion, they usually choose a spot. Like there's a main spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when who was it? Tanahashi and Okada. They unfortunately did an excursion in TNA at the time.
Okada did. Tanahashi was like, they already knew Tanahashi was like a god. So they were like, Tanahashi, you ain't going nowhere. You're gonna stay right here.
You ain't going nowhere.
Okada though.
Okada, yeah, go on an excursion. Okay, TNA. He is now Kato from fucking Green Lantern. I'm like, no, Green Hornet. I'm like, no.
No. But that's the weird part about Shuri, because this is definitely like not the same type of excursion, right? Because usually excursions are for like young lions or like the younger talent on the card that was going through the dojo to run. So it's weird to call this an excursion for Shuri, but really we don't even know how long she's gonna be in AEW after she's healed. Like, we don't know anything. It would be dope if it was like a couple years, because I have an agenda for Shuri as TBS champion, but it'd be dope. I don't know how long she's gonna be, and I don't know how long it's gonna take her to heal up. It's probably not gonna take super long, but we'll see.
I think the only reason they call it excursion is because she's gonna wrestle outside of her company and then come back. That's why. I guess that's what they're defining as an excursion.
It makes sense that way.
Versus like, oh, she's gone and she's just joining AEW, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, a lot of talent are starting getting like dual contracts and stuff now.
Yeah.
So,
Hechicero
has one. Kevin Knight has one. Takeshita has fucking 3 contracts.
Well, Takeshita's the guy, man.
Yeah, Takeshita's the guy. So I can. We don't have like, one, we don't have anyone from Stardom, and 2, we don't have like a woman that has one of these dual contracts yet. So it would be interesting to see if Shuri ends up doing that, because these dual contracts for Japan are a little bit tougher. It's easier for Mexico, right? Because Mexico's like right there.
Yeah.
Easy flight. Japan, though.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But hopefully it does happen,
That's my hope, because I would... as much as I love seeing Shuri on Stardom, I would love to see her on AEW TV every week. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I know people are gonna hear that if you are like one of those Japanese fans, one of those Stardom fans, and you're gonna be groan, but I wouldn't mind it.
Groan all they want.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
She wants to wrestle in the best women's division in the United States and probably all of the world. So yeah, why not?
Exactly.
And then for my own selfish reasons, she's gonna wrestle Hikaru Shida, and it's going to be a TBS title match.
Someone asked me about that on Blue Sky a couple months ago also, because once I learned that Shuri was coming to America, immediately I put a picture of Shuri and the TBS Championship up. So I had my agenda immediately, and someone was like, "Oh, I would love to get like an extended run with Hikaru Shida," and I was like, "Well, if Shuri wins the TBS Championship, you can get a story built with Shida and Shuri for like Revolution, depending on how long she's gonna be here. It's just right there."
Yep. It's right there, and Shida's back, so we're getting something. Damn it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So all that is good stuff, and yes, AEW's women's division is one of the best in the world.
We have a video up about it. If you haven't seen it already,
this is probably haven't seen that video. We're gonna put it on Blue Sky again to remind people, but we will. I think I can link that in the comments, or no, link that in the description also, just in case, so you can't skip it. So here we go. So next up, we're gonna go right into the World Tag Team Title Eliminator. I don't know why I couldn't read that. Brodido, which is, if you don't know, is Bandito and Brody King versus the Young Bucks. Look, the Young Bucks stuff that's going on is fucking hilarious. Like, they came out they wrote down what they wanted the announcer to say. The announcer was calling out all of the exclamation points and commas in it.
Well, they wanted them Justin Roberts to read it verbatim, and that's what he did.
And that's what he did. And then, so their music started playing. It was their old, EVP music, and they were about to do the entrance through the middle, and the middle of the ramp malfunctioned. Like, it just rose up a little bit and just stopped. So they had to crawl under it, and then they were pissed off about that. So then they, did the flex thing to try to get the pyros to go off. It was like the worst pyros ever. There was like a loud explosion, and there was nothing to happen in the back, and it was just like one little spark that came out. I'm like, oh man, you guys are doing the Bucks dirty. It's the revenge, man. Look, and then they changed the music midway, and then they called them what was it, Max and Jeremy Buck.
They didn't say Buck, but they said Max and Jeremy, and
Yeah.
that hot that is like some lore.
Yeah. So, and then they because they're like, what the hell, what the fuck, and then it changed to their old like, what was it, like that PowerPoint presentation intro that they gave them when they first came back. Oh man, that shit was great. This was before the match. Match started, man. Look, the Young Bucks. Look, I said it last week, man. The Young Bucks they're so damn good. And actually, Brodido is ridiculous also. Brodido's the tag team I didn't know I wanted. Because, man, they are fun to watch. Like the fact that Brody King is doing like a flipping Bandito up, so he does like I don't know, almost like a 450 off of Brodido's legs, or after Brody King's legs, and does a splash, is something ridiculous.
Bro, that shit does not look real when he does it. Like Bandito spins so fast that it does not look like he's really there. It looks like they CG'd him in there. It's crazy.
It looks nuts, man. He just kicks him up and he's like they had to do it twice though, because the first time they missed and almost lost. Because the Young Bucks, they were like, oh, they hit I think like right after that they hit the Meltzer driver, and the count got interrupted by Brody King, but they did it a second time and it hit. And that was it, man. Like, Brodido wins. They advance to the finals, the finals against FTR, and that's going to be a goddamn match, man. Holy shit, that's going to be a match.
I don't even know if this is a hot take anymore.
What's up?
Brodido should just win. Brodido should win the tournament. I would love to see Brodido versus the Syndicate.
That would be fun. Mm-hmm. It just depends on which way they're going to go, right? Are they going to go whoever wins the tournament wins the titles?
I kind of doubt it. Because if it's whoever wins the tournament wins the titles, it's probably going to be FTR.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's not like I don't want FTR to be World Tag Team Champions, because I think they've been doing a lot of really good work right now. Mm-hmm. But I would prefer them to be somewhere else right now. And I think AEW needs to do a little bit more to build that tag team division back up. Mm-hmm. And having like Brodido, not even if they don't beat the Syndicate, having Brodido challenge against the Syndicate at Forbidden Door moves me a little bit more than FTR. And both matches will be great, but I prefer Brodido.
Yeah. But the thing is, FTR has that thing against the Hurt Syndicate, right?
Mm-hmm, they've been building it.
They've been building that story-wise. So there's the Hurt Syndicate, and then, there's also Adam Copeland lurking in the darkness.
Well, Adam Copeland's about to get his shit rocked by Stokely on Dynamite this week, so
hell yeah,
take him out of the picture.
Big Stokes about to put him out.
Hell yeah. Match of the year contender, by the way.
He's going to hit him with that spine buster, and it's going to be good.
If he can even get him up, because he's like double the size. No, why did I even say that? No, of course he's going to be able to get him up. Big Stoke is the guy who's going to retire Adam Copeland.
Look, he got Ishii up.
He did.
Remember that. It was a beautiful spine buster, too, by the way. Like, so he could do it.
Unironically, I know we're being funny, but unironically, Stokely has probably one of the nicest spine busters I think I've ever seen. Like, unironically. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Bro, I wasn't even joking. He did it. I was like, God damn.
You don't really get to see a lot of spine busters like that too often.
No.
Like those I hate you spine busters. You know who does it really well in AEW?
Who's it?
Hobbs.
Hobbs, yeah. Yeah. That's also his move, too, so.
Exactly. Hobbs is beating people with a spine buster.
Yes. But, you know, like, and people were comparing different spine busters. I think Hobbs has, the current day, like, Hobbs has one of the best ones.
Well, we don't. A lot of people don't really do it anymore. You know, like how people, what was it? What, like 10 years ago, people were complaining that people don't really do body slams anymore. It's kind of like that.
Oh, it was like, at one point in time, there was like, everybody had a spine buster. Like, The Rock had one, Triple H had one. What was it? Farouk had one, but his wasn't even. He'd just pick you up and throw you.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call Farouk a spine buster. He would just pick you up and drop you.
He just throw you to the depths of hell. That's where he was spine bustering. But yeah, at one point in time, about 5-6 people had one. Now, yeah, it's a rare commodity. Like, I still think like one of the people that hit the best one is fucking Arn Anderson, dude.
Yeah,
this was so ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it was just so pretty. Also very violent.
Yeah, no, you were gonna die
because he was dropping his shoulder into you while dropping you. He somehow would pick you up, drop you, and then put all of his weight on you also.
Yeah,
so good old Arn Anderson spine buster. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all take some time and just go watch some compilations.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he would spin around and kill you with that thing. That was it. So right after that match, we had back to back backstage, pretty much backstage segments. Everybody was everywhere. Renee was there. Everybody was there. But the first one was Kyle Fletcher and the Don Callis family. Fletcher, of course, happy with his TNT title win, and he's pretty much saying, hey, I'm going... well, look, it wasn't backstage, it was in the middle of the ring. But, you know, they were celebrating his TNT title win, and he got rewarded with a picture. Don Callis, you know, painstakingly oil painted a picture of him and Kyle Fletcher. As Don Callis does. He always paints a picture of a moment.
Why was Fletcher naked?
He was naked. Wait, no, here's the thing, right? In the picture, he was, you know, naked in the certain regions, but he still had his knee pads and shoes and stuff on, like his kick pads and stuff.
Yeah. So I guess he technically was wearing his gear, but you know, it's the trunks, right? So yeah, I guess it's easy to cover with the TNT Championships. Maybe he wasn't naked, but looking at it first, I was like, what? Why? Also, before they were like, do you want to see it? Oh, I want to see it. How bad do you want to see it? I was like, bro, what is happening?
Best heel manager ever.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like Fletcher was pretty much like, hey, I'm gonna take the TNT title to new heights. And my first challenger is gonna be on Collision. Man, that match was a banger.
When we talk about it, we're gonna have to talk about the TNT title direction immediately already. But we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. So one of the most important backstage segments of the night, MVP kicking out MJF from the Hurt Syndicate officially. He got that third thumbs down. So they go backstage, Syndicate's back there, they leave, and it's MJF and MVP, and he's like, hey, we don't need those guys. You know, we could just do the Syndicate with just us. And MVP stops him, and he's like, yo, look, that's the problem with this thing. It was always been about you. And it's always been about, you know, ever since you got the contract, it's been you, and not about, you know, us. Look, he says the mantra. It's in the song. He's like, it's not about you. It's about we. We hurt people. We. He was, you know, putting, you know, letting MJF know that Hurt Syndicate works as a unit. They don't work individually. And he's like, hey, the only thing I'm gonna gift you, he did the thumbs down. He's like, pretty much the only thing I'm gonna gift you with is just, hey, I'm not, you know, you're gonna get out of here unscathed. Pretty much told him, they're not going to beat the shit out of you right now. But he's like, I hope in your efforts against Hangman that you fail. And MJF was like, what? Pretty much like, why would you want me to fail? And MVP says, because if you don't, I can't stop you from what's going to happen. And you're like, what's that? Well, Bobby Lashley's going to be coming after you. And at that point, it's going to be all about business. And then it just ends. I was like, oh, shit. He's like, I can't stop Bobby. At that point, Bobby Lashley's coming for you immediately if you touch a title. Whew.
Yeah, if I were MJF, I probably just would hold on to that contract for a little while. I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna wait until Bobby Lashley cools off, cooler heads prevail, then I will work on trying to get up over there.
Shit, Bobby Lashley he ain't gonna cool off, man. He's angry every week. He's ready to hurt somebody. MJF is at the top of his list. He's not gonna fall down from the top of that list. He's going down.
Yeah. Also, this kind of cements Bobby to be like, to just remind people, or I guess to officially announce that at some point Bobby's gonna be coming after that world title.
Yep. At some point, he's coming for that title. He's coming for any and all the singles titles. Like, there is a title. He's going for it.
Does Hangman beat Lashley?
Huh?
Does Hangman beat Lashley? I know my answer.
Who boy?
I say Hangman beats Lashley.
I say he beats Lashley, but does Okada beat Lashley?
I feel like that's, for me, I feel like this is an easier yes. I feel like if we had to pick between Hangman or Okada losing to Lashley, probably be Hangman.
I would say Okada loses to him.
Well, Okada's about to lose that championship in a couple weeks anyway. So.
Well, then Swerve loses to him.
We can finally get that rematch from like 8 months ago.
Yeah. One of them is losing to him. Somebody's losing to him. And it's going to be a higher level championship.
Yeah, I guess it really just, at this point, it depends on like, because I feel like Bobby would go after the world title over the unified championship, because, and this is no slack to Bobby Lashley, but the AEW World Championship right now feels, people are gonna hate me for saying this, feels like you are the world champion, yes, but at this point you're probably not the best wrestler on the roster. It feels like the best wrestler on the roster has the unified championship. And I don't know if this is going to keep up. Maybe it's because of how the match went at All In, but it just feels like the best wrestler is the unified champion to me. I don't know.
So, okay. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you actually 100%. Because if we go back to the old days, the best wrestler never wore the world title. The best wrestler always had the mid-card. Funny enough, the best wrestler always had the mid-card title.
Yeah. Right?
So you look at, I'm gonna go back to a WWF set of references, right? You go back and look, Hogan was the champion, right? But Savage was also the champion. Who's the best wrestler of those two? Savage.
Yeah, easily.
There was, and then, you go through the times, you have Savage, you had Bret Hart, you had, I won't say the Honky Tonk Man. Get that shit out of here. Get the Honky Tonk Man out of here. Fuck that. There was only one time there was somebody that was, like, terrible, and that was the Ultimate Warrior. Right? Like, no. Ultimate Warrior sucks. But yeah, like, the ones that held the Intercontinental title was the best wrestler. Literally, it was the best guy. The actual best wrestler. The person that held the world title was the best. People are going to hate me for this. The best salesman. Right?
Low key, Prophet, if you want to go by titles right now,
yeah,
that might be where we're at right now.
Because, like, look, in AEW, at one point in time, the best wrestler was the international champion.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was Orange Cassidy. Right?
Yeah.
So, and right now, like, if you look at the current title landscape, Yeah, okay, you can't say Okada isn't the best wrestler. The best wrestler is Okada, but also on the other hand too, like the best wrestler is also like, if we're gonna talk about it later, Kyle Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's like one of them.
Yeah, he's up there for sure.
He is up there, right? So, and then it even goes down to the women's division too. The best wrestler, best wrestler in the women's division is Mercedes. There's no debate.
Yeah, no question.
Right?
No question at all.
There's no debate about that. Best wrestler in that division. Without saying Tony Storm isn't Tony Storm is the best all around. Right? Mm-hmm. But the actual best wrestler is Mercedes.
I guess you could say that about like the AEW World Championship, the Men's World Championship too, because Hangman is right now the best all around guy in the men's division.
Yes.
I mean, but he's not the best all around in the entire company. That's Tony Storm. Sorry.
Oh,
not sorry.
Oh, no. There's no apologies needed.
Yeah. So, Hangman's not a bad wrestler either. We're not saying that either.
No.
You know how people are going to take this out of context.
Oh, hell no.
Hangman's a fantastic wrestler. For sure. But
he's like you said, he's the best. Right now, he's the best all around.
Yes. Okada is the best wrestler.
Yes.
So, yeah, it kind of makes sense that way. So I feel like if we had to split, and I feel like we should at this point because they do want to hold the unified title like a world title, right? That's what they said. Or allegedly, I don't know if they said it, but like someone reported it or whatever. Realistically, Bobby Lashley does not fit in the unified championship mold.
No, not at all.
He's definitely the World Heavyweight Championship mold.
Yeah. He's it's the marketable thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, you've had Bobby Lashley as your world champion. It is marketable as fuck.
There are going to be a couple people that cross over. Like Ospreay can cross over easily.
Oh yeah,
Swerve can cross over easily.
Yeah, there's some crossovers. There's for sure some crossovers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for that point, yeah, that one's like, I see the point. I would say also, yeah, Lashley wins. If he goes up against Hangman, he's winning. But, he plays Hangman with MJF, he's for sure winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
If MJF even makes it there.
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone asking for like an MJF title run. This might be an unpopular opinion too. I don't know. I haven't seen the things. I actually kind of don't like that MJF is feuding with Hangman right now. If I'm completely honest, if I'm being completely real, I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, he's always going to be up there though. Like no matter what. But optics wise, he realistically doesn't. He's the one guy that doesn't really go for any other title, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't go for. He's for damn sure not going for the unified title. Hell no.
No.
No. That work rate's too high. Hell no. He could probably slow down the TNT title, but no, we don't need that.
We've been through that already.
Yeah.
I don't think we should go back there.
Right. So yeah, World Championship is the only logical place for MJF.
Yeah.
Or maybe tag team if he brings in Hammerstone or something.
I don't want him to be a tag team champion either. I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of don't want him to be world champion either. But
yeah.
If you have to place him in a division, I think MJF would be good for that division as like the World Heavyweight Championship division, the Men's World Championship division.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So MJF gets kicked out of the Hurt Syndicate officially. We got the 3 thumbs down. That's it. After that, Adam Copeland announces he has we talked about it earlier. He has a one-on-one match with Stoke.
His mistake.
Sorry, Adam Copeland. You're going down. Stoke's going to hit that spine buster and it's over.
The Stoke dog.
What's realistically going to happen? They're going to start fighting during the match. FTR's going to come out and try to mess up Cope. Or FTR's just going to let Stokely die.
Yeah, I think Stokely's going to get real beat up, and this is how we start we restart the build right now with going to, I think that's the main event of All Out. Adam Copeland and a partner, wink wink, versus FTR, I think is the main event of That Canadian show, All Out.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Team Canada, let's go.
Scott D'Amore.
Hey, if you can give me Scott D'Amore and Eric Young, I'm all in, bro.
Bro, imagine. I know we're gonna go back to the show, but just imagine a Team Canada with Scott D'Amore, Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, Josh Alexander, and one more Canadian. Speedball Mike Bailey.
Nah, Speedball wouldn't do it. He doesn't fit Team Canada.
Yeah, probably not. He's also doing really good in jet speed, so it makes sense. There's one more Canadian. We'll find another Canadian somewhere.
Just add Eric Young.
Evil Uno.
Evil Uno.
Yeah, dog.
You just made them losers.
Oh, no. Evil Uno, don't listen to Prophet. Don't listen to him at all.
Sorry, Evil Uno.
Don't listen to him at all.
I love the Dark Order, man.
I see you on Ring of Honor, bro. You're doing your thing.
You're doing your thing over there. Sorry, I just crapped on you.
Oh.
So yeah, man. And after that, we have a promo from Swerve, and he's pretty much like, "Hey, Okada, you fought everybody, but you ain't fought me yet. There's only one me, and I'm gonna beat you at Forbidden Door." So, Swerve is going full steam ahead, trying to get that Unified Championship, trying to beat Okada on his first defense of the Unified Championship. So we shall see.
Don't be cowards, AEW. Do it.
And last up, we have Hangman and Briscoe. Hangman, pops out mid promo while Briscoe's talking. He's like, "Hey, I really, really hope you win tonight." And Briscoe is pretty much like, "Yo, I'm gonna beat MJF's ass." That's pretty much all Briscoe said. He wants to beat up MJF.
Oh yeah,
that's it. Which now leads to the main event: MJF versus Mark Briscoe. Look, man, this was a grudge match. Briscoe was trying to kill MJF this match. MJF got out quite a few times. But in the beginning of the match, man, Briscoe was going in on MJF, man. Not gonna lie. There was one point where he put the the thing where he puts the chair down and then he flips over the chair onto somebody. Well, he did that on the outside. He backed up the crowd and then he ran and did the flip over the thing and hit MJF. I was like, wow, you did it on the outside. And then he went inside the ring and did it again from outside to inside. Hey, Briscoe wasn't playing, man. But the thing that pretty much ended Briscoe, and it was pretty much the thing of the whole match, was he kept trying to do the froggy bow. And every time he tried to do it, like, MJF would roll out of the ring and kept going for it, and and eventually he hit it, but MJF kicked out. After enough times getting away from it. So we know it wasn't going to happen. Oh, at one point, towards the end, and this is what led, to the conclusion of the match. MJF hits a heat seeker because Mark Briscoe was getting in the ring. He hits him with the heat seeker, and he pins him, and he gets the 1, 2, 3. The ref head was facing the other way, so he didn't see Mark Briscoe's foot on the rope. So MJF gets the victory with the asterisk because Mark Briscoe had his foot on the rope. So that's probably going to lead to something probably in probably next Collision or next Dynamite or something. Because MJF didn't really beat Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe had his foot on the rope. And after the match, MJF puts on the Dynamite Diamond Ring and starts hitting him upside the head with it. Eventually, Hangman comes out, and MJF runs away. And that's the end of our show. Well, not really the end, because him and MJF were fighting and brawling through the security and stuff like that. But then, that was the end of the show, because MJF eventually was like, nope, screw this, I'm out. So what did you think, man, of this Dynamite as a whole?
I thought the match was really good. I feel like Mark Briscoe should get a lot of props. I know MJF is whatever at this point, but Mark Briscoe should get a lot of props for having to deal with MJF throughout this match. I fully understand that MJF was gonna have to win because he's not gonna be losing with that contract right now. But yeah, the way that they did it keeps it open ended. Mark Briscoe is gonna get that win eventually. He has to. At this point, it's just about when it's gonna happen. Overall, very good match. Very good episode of Dynamite. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great show. I thought it was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, same here, man. Like I thought it was a fantastic episode of Dynamite. It started really strong and ended strong too. So yeah, it was a damn good episode. So with that, we're gonna get to another banger of an episode of Collision. So Lionel, take it.
God, this fantastic episode of Collision. Whenever they do Collisions live, bro, it just feels like a whole other aura. It's just fantastic. And we start with probably the match of the week, honestly. We got Kyle Fletcher's first TNT Championship defense against Tomohiro Ishii. Oh boy. Let me tell you. This Ishii was G1 Ishii. People seem to forget that the Stone Pitbull is a 5-star machine. When he wants to go in there and wrestle, he will wrestle his ass off. And Fletcher is Fletcher at this point. This was like the perfect first defense to get like an idea of what this Kyle Fletcher TNT Championship run will be. God, so much happened. So much happened. I'm not going to really break it down too much. I will tell you that the Kyle Fletcher did win. He was able to retain. Right afterwards, he grabbed the microphone and he said, "Hey, New Japan, send someone over here. Let's fight next week, and we'll do it at meet me face to face, and then we'll fight at Forbidden Door next week." And then Don Callis in the back also kind of brought that up, saying, "Hey, you see Kyle Fletcher, make sure New Japan, you bring someone here next week, and so you can challenge for the TNT Championship." Prophet, what were your thoughts on the match and the two segments after?
Look, man, you know how I feel about my boy Ishii.
Machine.
That boy, look, Tony Khan is like, man, we need a good first opponent for Kyle Fletcher. Man, I don't know who. And then, all he heard was the Stone Pitbull theme music. He's like, you know what? I know exactly who to put in there. Put in big time Ishii. Big match Ishii, bro. Let's go. That's what he did. And this match was fantastic from start to finish. And if this is anything what the TNT Championship is going to be, which I think is what we all wanted, a title reign to be, and it's already this is the first match, and it's already better than, like, come on, I don't mean to shit on the last few TNT championships or champions, but that first match was better than about 99% of any of their matches during their reigns. We're in for a damn good title reign.
Bro, I agree with you. I feel like Garcia could have been up here, but they just did not have Garcia feel like his focus was the TNT Championship. We talked about it to death at this point.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher immediately, he chased the title. He got mad that he couldn't get it. He went to go chase after Dustin for it. Got it, immediately got that picture we talked about on Dynamite, and then had a banger of a match. This is what we want. The TNT Championship should matter, and Kyle Fletcher's the guy to just bring that championship back up to where it used to be.
Yeah, man. Imagine, bro. Imagine he has a... I always call back to this title reign. It's my favorite title reign. That Orange Cassidy title reign of the International Championship. I think Kyle Fletcher can do it with the TNT title.
As the wrestler that Kyle Fletcher is, hell yes. All right, next up, we're gonna speed run these next three because they were all kind of backstage segments. Well, first we got the announcement of the Forbidden Door qualifier match that we talked about earlier. So, the people that are gonna be in this match is a 4-way: Hechicero, Daniel Garcia, Lee Moriarty, and Nigel McGuinness. And the winner of that match on Collision, by the way, because Collision is booked for me. I don't care what anyone says. They book Collision specifically for me. The winner of that match will get to face Zack Sabre Jr. They did not say if it was going to be a title match or not. I don't think it will be, but they get to wrestle Zach at Forbidden Door.
It's a title.
Did they announce that it is a title match?
Yeah, it said for the New Japan World Championship.
Well, they said. Did they say that?
Yes.
Oh God, I thought they just said IWGP World Heavyweight Championship champion Zack Sabre Jr.
No, it was for that.
Well, either way, any one of them could lose to Zack, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Ain't none of them beating Zack for the title.
No, I think so. Most of us feels like it's going to be Zack and Nigel because it's in London.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, it would be ridiculous.
Yeah, that would be. I don't that being Zack's title match, or that being like a Nigel and Zack in the O2 Arena in London. Shit, that's main event worthy right there by itself.
Yeah.
After this, Gates of Agony and Ricochet were beating up some people backstage. Beating them up pretty bad too. They beat them up for like a solid like minute, and then Ricochet's putting up some threats. He wants gold. He said his patience wearing thin. He wants to work on getting something. So he said, "You will give me what we want, or we will take it." And this is not a request; it is a demand. Mm-hmm. So we'll see where Ricochet and GOA goes. And they also beat up another person after they said that and walked off. Then we got Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian and Mother Wayne talking about how they want to kill Christian Cage. That's what they want to end him for good. They want to kill him.
Yeah.
They want to kill him.
They want to cripple him. Something.
And let's be real. Christian deserves everything he's getting. So, he's been a piece of shit for like 2 years. So he deserves everything he's going to get. We will see where this goes. We will see if he turns a new leaf because he did not want to. From last time we talked to him.
He was like, ugh. It hurt his soul to turn a new leaf, man.
He said, I will not turn. I am Christian Cage and I am an asshole. So Christian's gonna need some backup because Nick Wayne has turned to his like little mini me doppelganger. Kip Sabian's a monster, and Mother Wayne is Mother
Wayne is Mother Wayne.
Mother Wayne is Mother Wayne. So Christian needs some help. We'll see if he can find a way to get it, but right now it's not looking so great for him. You got any comments on these 3 segments before we go into the next match?
Man, look, that first one with the Gates of Agony, you know, they feeling good. Hey, they feeling extra good with that. They just re-signed with AEW.
Oh, yes, they did.
And look, if you're new to the show, I need you guys to go back because there's 2 constants in the show that you'll always know that I talked about. And if my face could turn blue, it would probably turn blue. Gates of Agony and Kyle Fletcher.
Both of which we signed, by the way.
Both of which we signed, and both of which are getting their shit now. So, just saying, I'm like Don Callis. I know how to pick them.
I mean, you as someone who's been a Kyle Fletcher supporter for years before this glow up,
yeah,
I understand.
Yeah,
that's need Mark Davis to come back up here, bro. Get healthy and show your stuff too, bro. Because right now I know this isn't a competition, but
Mark Davis is a monster, dude. Like, if they let him do his thing, man,
get healthy and come back. Next, our next match that we're gonna be talking about is very short. Emily Rose was sacrificed to Megan Bayne. I don't even think Emily Rose got like a hit in. She just died.
Yeah, no, she got killed.
Yeah, that was it.
I think she got like 1 hit in, and then Megan Bayne, and then she decided to run up the top rope. I guess she was running away from Megan Bayne. I don't blame her.
Yeah, I don't blame her either.
And then Megan Bayne like hit her in the butt like 3 times, and then powerbombed her off the top rope, like the running powerbomb. Well, we'll just call it the Liger Bomb, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. That was it. That was the match.
Yeah,
that was literally no. That was literally the match.
Yes.
That beat for beat. That was the match, by the way. For those who don't know, our next 2 segments kind of tie into each other a little bit. We had Big Bill and Brian Keith in the back. They were very upset at Juice, specifically Juice. They kept on saying Juice for knocking them out of the tag team tournament, which Sorry, guys. You guys weren't going to win that anyway. I don't know what to tell you. They said that they're gonna go after him. That they're gonna rip his head off, and Juice is gonna get exactly what's coming to him. Which leads us to Ricochet again, because he is wrestling Juice Robinson. Juice is starting to get that beard back because he heard all y'all crying. He's growing the beard back, so we're gonna get probably New Japan Juice, but with the beard. I guess it is what it is. Him and Ricochet were having a match, bro. They were having a really good match. This was the match that reminded me how good Juice Robinson is. Like, this was as close to New Japan Juice as we're probably gonna get. This is probably the new Juice, which is fantastic. He did lose though. Ricochet was being like a dick. Ricochet gave a chop to Cardblade like an asshole.
Man, fuck you, Ricochet.
Piece of shit, bro.
How dare you do that to Cardblade?
You know, random story, very quick. When I was flying back from All in Texas, Ricochet was on my flight. I think I told you this, right? I don't think I talked about it on the podcast, though. Yeah, he sat up two seats in front of me, and I didn't even know it was Ricochet at first, because when we're in line, there's a guy who, I'm not going to say my height, but he was not that much taller than me. That's all I'm going to say.
Look, I think I told you during when we were there at Double or Nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find where to go, where the line was, but it was like early on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was walking through the casino. Who did I also see walking through the casino? Top Flight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And bro, those are some small dudes.
Bro, ain't it weird?
I was like, huh. They're kind of, especially Action Andretti. Action Andretti is, I think I'm taller than Action Andretti.
Lord have mercy.
so it's like I'm as tall or taller than Action Andretti.
The TV does them wonders.
Yes, it does do them wonders. But yeah, like I was like, huh. Okay. I just kept going.
Listen, bro. Ricochet was wearing his own merch on the plane. That's why I didn't think it was Ricochet at first. I was like, why would you wear your own shit?
Why not?
No, why?
It's free. Why not?
Nah, bro, fuck that. No. You got other shirts. Or you got other hats. So once I realized it was Ricochet, I was like, oh shit. And just like with the Christian Cage story, I didn't say anything to him because I don't believe in talking to wrestlers in their free time at all. That's their people too. I don't like doing that. But it was just funny to see him in his hat, not much taller than me. Like, bro, like 2 inches maybe, which is crazy. Anyway, I said that story to say that Ricochet's a piece of shit that would wear his own gear on a plane for a hidden card blade and doing all this kind of shit. But the match was really good. Like I said, Ricochet definitely got help from Gates of Agony to get this win. And then after this, Big Bill comes out and kills Juice. And we have a nice little storyline going between all these people. Prophet, what were your thoughts here before we go into the next 2 main events of the night?
Look, man, so one of the things is I like the whole thing with, I think it's Collision thing, right? So Big Bill and Brian Keith just being a constant thing on Collision now. And then them having a little feud heat with the Bang Bang Gang is, I think it's fantastic. It's great for everybody, everybody going forward, because like normally what would happen is like the Guns, like Austin and Colton, right? One would get hurt and both of them would be off TV. They'd be screwed. So it keeps everybody on there, Juice included, and have a little small feud. It was one of the things AEW was missing a long time ago. They had the main feuds, but they didn't have like any smaller ones on the side. So they're finally getting that.
It hurt TV for a long time too.
Yeah. So it feels pretty good. And Ricochet, god damn you, Ricochet won. I was upset. I was happy and upset at the same time because he's representing everybody bald like yours truly. And fuck all you haters for hating on bald people.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with being bald, but Ricochet acts bald, bro.
Bald and angry.
Yeah, he just acts like a bald man. It's not great.
Oh, God damn it. But the match was fun. I enjoyed it.
After this, we had Max Caster backstage. We got a little promo. We got a little video package of the Acclaimed and what Max was before. Then Max was backstage with Lexi Nair, and he was being very entertaining, like very entertaining. His delusion is on another level. Like that's all I'm gonna say about this. And then he ended the segment with dropping down and doing push-ups and like clapping "Let's go, Max is the best wrestler alive" while doing push-ups, which is hilarious.
So good.
After that, we had a 6-man tag. We had FTR and Big Stoke versus Joe Keys, Josh Fuller, and Ryan Zuko. This was, there was a little bit. Stokely was, saving himself on the ring, on the apron. He was letting FTR do all the work because, again, if Stoke would have went in there, he would have beat them all very quickly, and that wouldn't have been a match. We would have been all upset. Like, we don't need multiple squash matches on one match, you know what I mean? On one card, so. Stoke stayed back. He did what he had to do. Stoke did get touched, but it didn't really matter. Stoke also did hit his spine buster. And then he was able to hit the spike power driver from the middle rope. The top rope is high up there, man. Sometimes you don't want to go up there because you don't want to really hurt your opponent, so he did it from the middle and was able to get the pin, and Big Stoke and FTR won the match.
Yeah, if it was Adam Copeland, he would have jumped off the top. But he didn't have to.
He'll do the Adam Copeland on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We got a video package of Darby Allin and Jon Moxley. And then after, we got Hector Zero versus AR Fox. AR Fox sadly did not get an entrance, which was a little sad, I'm not going to lie. But Danny Garcia was also at commentary. Also, I didn't talk about it, but like there was an actor there, John something. I forget what his name is. It's on the sheet somewhere. There was another special guest announcer. Anyway, Danny Garcia was on commentary.
Paul Walker Hauser.
Yeah, him. He was talking a lot about Sydney Sweeney.
Paul Walter Hauser, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Not Walter, yeah.
I will not purposely, because I'm not doing it on purpose. I will definitely just not say his name right. I don't think it's gonna happen. So Paul was also on commentary the whole night. People seem to like him. I wasn't really that big of a fan, to be honest, but neither here nor there. We did get AR Fox and Hector Zero. Hector Zero did win the match because, of course, Hector Zero is going into this 4-way for a potential to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. at Forbidden Door. So, it was great. Fox did what he does best always, but could not get the win. Danny Garcia was on commentary. He was watching. Lee Moriarty and all of Shane Taylor Promotions were in the back watching also. And obviously Nigel McGuinness was at commentary watching because he's literally the commentator for Collision. So, like, all of Hector Zero's opponents were there watching. And Hector Zero got the win. Any thoughts here?
No. Actually, when he did that head scissors fucking takedown thing, I think AR Fox was supposed to flip over, but he didn't. So he just landed all on his head.
It was not great.
I was like, oh, oh God. And then he popped him up and did the submission. But I was like, oh, I think AR Fox is hurting. Because he kind of seems afterwards like, yo, bro, are you okay?
Yeah, because
he popped him up and did the submission.
Hector Zero been doing that a lot, the little flip thing. He's been doing it a lot. So, yeah. When it goes wrong, because that's the first time we've ever seen it go wrong, it looks almost as bad as like when people don't take the Styles Clash the right way.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. It's not great. Next up, we get a video package of Harley Cameron. First, she's like wrapped up like a mummy. Her face is all wrapped. Then she finds her mask and she starts going crazy. Everyone is literally calling it the mask because, it makes sense. So Harley Cameron, I guess, is turning into Jim Carrey. So we'll see her when she comes back.
Actually,
again.
That was like literally a thing from the mask.
Literally, yeah. So once Harley Cameron comes back again, because we did see her at All in Texas, But once she comes back, she's going to have a mask gimmick, and that's going to be very fun to watch. Right after this, we got our second women's match of the night. The Triangle of Madness, Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and Tekla with their new theme song versus Queen Aminata, Ty Mello, and Willow Nightingale. This was a match, too. This match was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. It was good.
These women be beating the hell out of each other.
They be... Yeah. Look, I didn't say that in the four-way, but yeah, to echo what you said, yeah, they're beating the shit out of each other every week.
It's so goddamn good.
Yeah,
it's so good. Also, I want to give a special shout out to Ty Mello, because Ty Mello has been getting, like, she hasn't been back for a while, so a lot of people just kind of expected her to, you know, be great despite the fact of her having a literal child.
Yeah.
You know? But I feel like she's getting close to being up to form again, because she was throwing some knees in here that looked very vicious. And she did her little pump kick, I forget to who, on the Triangle of Madness, but that shit looked vicious.
Yeah. And it's funny. She's one of the ones that... So in this current era of the... And I'm just going to go back to the current women's roster and how the women's division is.
Mm-hmm.
She's fantastic for this women's division. If the same division was here 2 years ago, she would have been fantastic then too.
Bro, I said the same thing on Blue Sky, actually.
I'm actually echoing what you said.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, like, I don't even know what made me want to say that, but, yeah, Ty Mello right now, like, she fits this division now so much better than she did a couple years ago. Because Ty Mello a couple years ago was wrestling, and the women were not wrestling as much a couple years ago.
They weren't trying to. I won't say they weren't trying to, but it wasn't that type of division. I'll just say that.
Yeah, now it is.
Yeah.
Triangle of Madness did get the win. I guess it was kind of expected, to be honest. But either way, it was a fantastic match. What were your thoughts on this match, Prophet?
Dude, what can I say, man? Like, both groups, all of them are awesome. Every woman in this match was awesome.
Hell yeah.
And I'm not going to complain. I want to see more. Give me more. Fuck all that. We ain't stopping here.
Every week. Sorry.
Go ahead. No. You go ahead, man.
I was going to ask you a question, so I want you to finish your thought first.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Do it.
These six are six of the people that are going to be in with the women's blood and guts match for sure, right?
Look. Yes. That's all I'm going to say. Yes. That's three. That's six of the people in the Blade Guest match. Well, we get two more.
Yeah, I think we do 4v4. I think that's perfect.
So it's going to be Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford if it's two more.
Well, no, that would mean they would be on, because they're not going to be on Queen Aminata's side. That means 5v5. Actually, 5v5 would make more sense, huh? Because you can put Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne in there, which means we would need two more on the Willow side.
Dude, I feel like it's going to be Chris Statlander and somebody.
I mean, Chris Statlander has been acting real weird lately. I don't know. Chris Statlander's in her delusion also right now.
Joker Stat.
She's been acting real crazy, interrupting promo segments and stuff like that, acting a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be interesting. Next up, we got a little backstage thing from Skyflight, which was nice to see them. I guess they really are going to be running against the Don Callis family, which probably not the best idea right now.
No, it's a mistake.
It is a mistake. Like y'all they're going after Don Callis family and Shane Taylor Promotions right now. Like I would not do that.
Ugh.
Real bad idea. But we'll see where they go. Then after that, we had Big Stoke and FTR being very excited after their win tonight. Big Stoke said, what we've been saying, that he's going to be Adam Copeland, and then they can focus on what matters, and that's the AEW World Tag Team Championships. And that's really all that is. We don't have to talk too much about what Dak said about Brodido. Do you have any thoughts on these two segments?
You know what? You reminded me of one of the things that came out of... I forgot to say the fucking quote.
Uh-oh.
From Big Stoke, man.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Wait. Let me find this shit real quick because it's the best.
Once you do that, I will be Cash, because Cash, what he said after was also hilarious.
Let's see. Okay.
You got it?
So, like, look, all right. So he starts off, he's like, hey, and if you think I haven't been in a fight before, you're wrong. You're wrong, Adam. I'm short, I'm bald, I can't get any hoes, and I've been fighting. I've been fighting my entire life.
Cash was back like, you can get hosts.
It wasn't necessarily Cash. The Cash says that, but fucking Dax almost broke right there.
Cash, they both were done, bro.
This shit was so good. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot that part. Shit.
It was so good, bro. It was so good. Next up, we have Max Caster doing his open challenge. Of course, he lost to Shibata. I mean, come on. Max Caster did get a little bit of offense in here. Mm-hmm. Also, what's very interesting about this is before that, he did the chant, but he was actually kind of nice to the crowd. He said that was not bad. And then once Shibata beats him in like 2 minutes, he gets up and shakes Shibata's hand. So it's happening. He's lost so much that everything is turned around and he's becoming a good guy. It's literally happening, which is insane.
Wait, do you think? No. Do you think Shibata just takes him as an underling to help him win?
God bless. He really will be the best wrestler alive if he takes Shibata. Shibata takes him under his wing.
He gets training at the dojo. We have like fucking little training segments with Max Caster and Shibata.
And he can come back and try to fight Roosh.
No, fuck that.
Roosh beat his ass last week. You can try.
Oh, so the 5 minutes. So if they last for 5 minutes, it's a draw. Because it has a draw in his win-loss thing now. It wasn't a win, it was a draw.
That's lame. They should have gave him the win.
But the funny thing is, he's acting like he won. He's like, yo, congratulations, Roosh, for surviving 5 with the best wrestler alive. But you didn't win, and you can't beat the best.
I mean, Roosh didn't win. Every other one that we saw, everyone else pinned Caster.
Yeah.
So Roosh didn't win.
Roosh didn't care.
Yeah. No. He said it as much. He said he didn't care about this stupid rule. He said he wants the trio championships. That's what he said. He didn't care about this.
Yep, and then Roosh and company just comes in and beats up him and Shibata, and Samoa Joe's about done promoting Twisted Metal, so he's going to show up soon.
Yeah. Once he shows up, he about to lose his titles to LFI. Kevin Knight and Speedball came out to help with that, by the way. And then that leads into our main event, which is our AEW World Champion, Hangman Adam Page, in his home state. And Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight versus LFI.
Okay.
Boy, this was a dope-ass 6-man tag.
Hell yeah.
So good. Hangman came out there like a goddamn star. As he always does, but it just felt like, because they were in Virginia, also it just felt like a whole nother level. It was so good. Hangman and Jet Speed were doing fantastic. LFI was also fantastic. I don't know if this hurts the chances of LFI getting them trios championships as much as they lost their trio. It probably doesn't matter as much, but
it doesn't matter.
It probably doesn't matter. But LFI did lose to Hangman and Jet Speed. Mm-hmm. And they stood tall after Hangman hit that buckshot on Jalisco. A lot happened in this match. I would definitely recommend watching this match. Also, low-key, this is like one of those weeks where you should watch all of Dynamite and Collision if you haven't already, because they were both fantastic shows this week.
Yeah. They were both great shows.
Yep. Yes, they were. And that's how we end. Hangman standing tall, Jet Speed standing tall, and that's how we end Collision. Prophet, what were your thoughts on the match?
Man, it was fantastic. Those 6 guys went. They were like, all right, we're in Hangman's hometown. Let's go hard. And they went hard. So it was a fantastic match. It was fun. And that Virginia crowd, man, they were on it the whole night.
This Collision, I guess Collision might have had more people in the building than Dynamite, because they both were like almost sold out shows.
Yeah.
But Dynamite capped out at a lower spot than Collision did. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of feel, well, I'm not going to say you kind of feel it, because the crowd at Dynamite was also really good.
Yeah.
But this was like a really hot Collision crowd. Like, they were
Yeah.
here for some wrestling.
And that's what they got.
That was so good. You got any thoughts on anything else before we wrap this one up?
No, both shows were good, so that makes me happy.
It's so good. I cannot wait for this week, and I cannot wait for Forbidden Door. We're only a couple weeks away.
Yeah, man.
But with that, we will wrap this one up. Thank you all so much for listening, especially if you got to this point. Make sure that you're following us on Blue Sky. It's on the screen. I'm not going to mess it up this week. It's going to be on the screen properly. I already edited our gaming podcast, and it's already up there properly. So, yeah, y'all won't see that. Y'all won't see that sample thing again. Anyway, you can follow the entire podcast at THGPW Podcast on Blue Sky. You can follow Profit at Profit, PROFFITT. You can follow me at Shikoku. I never spell it. It's on screen anyway. Don't worry about it. We talk a lot of things there. Today I was crashing out about the Saints, so today was probably not the best day to follow me. But we talk about a lot of things on Blue Sky, so definitely interact with us over there. Talk to us. Let us know your takes. We'll probably bring them up on the podcast also. It'll be a good time. Also, if you are on the go and you can't listen to us on YouTube, Prophet will tell you about the YouTube in a minute. Make sure you're following us and listening to us over on Spotify. We have a couple people over there, so thank you all so much for listening already. But you can listen to us on the go, listen to us in the gym. You have this podcast, and we already have put up an episode of the Command Grab, our video game podcast over there also. It's up there early. Right now, as you were speaking, that Command Grab is not on YouTube yet. So you want to hear it first, you got to go over to Spotify.
Yes, sir.
So make sure you're following over there. Give us 5 stars. Throw some comments over there too, because we can see those. And yeah, again, thank you all for listening. Prophet, tell the people about the YouTubes.
All right, YouTube peeps. First off, thank you very much for listening to the show. If you're listening to it on YouTube, I'm going to ask you to do a few things. I'm a little needy today. So what I need you to do after listening to this show, tap that like button. It helps us out. Helps out the algorithm. Lets lets the algorithm know that there's a lot of people out there that want to listen to this fantastic AEW podcast. The other thing I want you to do, I know right in the beginning of the show, I know we either pressed a button or two or not. Well, more than likely we pressed a button. So, give us your comments. There's a lot of things we talked about on the show. Come on, comment. It'll be fun. It's fun to talk to people. So comment, and then also subscribe so you get all of our podcasts whenever they come up. You can even watch some of our past podcasts and, catch up with us up to this point. So one last thing is, in the comment section, all the socials, all the places where the podcast is going to be are all there. I still have Podbean up there for some reason, and you can still listen to that. So if you're one of the ones that still had a Podbean. But anyways, thank you very much, and we're out.
Peace.